dangerous. You don't wanna fuck around with me. You're talking to a goddamn girl.
What's going on? My name is FreeRunnerX10 and welcome to a brand new video. So in today's video, I want to talk about a Battlefield game that I hold dear to my heart. A Battlefield game that I really enjoyed playing, not because it's the best Battlefield game, but because I had a lot of fun memories playing it and because it was free to play. This is back before I actually started buying into the Battlefield franchise, and this was a nice little introduction to the Battlefield franchise, although years prior to this I'd had played some previous Battlefield games, but I wasn't all that interested in them as they had pretty much dwindled off and they weren't a modern first-person shooter. I'm talking about Battlefield 1942, Battlefield Vietnam, Battlefield 2142 and Battlefield 2, although that was a modern shooter. It didn't have any of the gun customization that I was interested in at the time. And Battlefield Play4Free was exactly what I wanted around the time, back in 2011. It was a modern Battlefield experience, although obviously there was the main franchise that was out around the time that I could play. I was more interested in this free-to-play game because it had a lot of things which the main franchise didn't have, because it was a free-to-play game, weapon customization, character customization, and this wasn't EA and DICE's first attempt at a free-to-play Battlefield. In fact, prior to Battlefield Play4Free, EA and DICE had attempted to make two free-to-play Battlefield games, one that was a completely different type of game, and that was Battlefield Heroes that came out in 2009. Although it had Battlefield within its title, it wasn't exactly a Battlefield game. It wasn't a first-person shooter for one, it was a third-person shooter, and the only similarities it had with the Battlefield franchise was that it had a class-based system that you would create a character and that character would be with a certain faction, whether that be the Royals, which was the blue faction, or whether that would be the Nationals, which was the red faction, and then you got to choose what your character's class would be. You'd have a gunner, the frontline offensive / anti-tank class, then you'd have the soldier, which is the support / medic class that can heal teammates, throw grenades and use submachine guns, and then you had the commando, the sniper / ambush class that can snipe enemies from long distances. And it was sort of a combination of, here's some Battlefield elements, here's some TF2 that we like, third person, put it in a bowl, mix it all together, and actually it turned out to be a really good game, a lot of fun, and a lot of people really like Battlefield Heroes. Then we have EA and EA DICE's second attempt at a free-to-play Battlefield game in 2010, and that was called Battlefield Online, and it was specifically designed for the Asian market. It used a modified version of the Refactor 2 engine, which was basically used to make Battlefield 2142. They essentially remastered Battlefield 2 and released it in South Korea, and in China it was published in Korea by NeoWiz Games and published in China by Changyu, and since then both those companies have terminated Battlefield Online, so that also no longer exists, but I doubt that will ever be revived ever. Then in 2011 we get this gem known as Battlefield Play4Free, which I really do love, and essentially what this was another modified version of Battlefield 2, but this time they actually remastered some of the maps, made them look better, just overall visually improved the game, and then they put everything into sort of a launcher where you could then customize a variety of different things. So it wasn't the same main menu that you saw from Battlefield 2, it was its completely own different thing that was redesigned specifically for Battlefield Play4Free. But sadly, on July the 14th, 2015, Battlefield Heroes, Battlefield Play4Free, Need for Speed World, and FIFA World were actually shut down. They were essentially a number of free-to-play titles that EA were publishing at the time, and Patrick Sunderland, who now no longer works at EA because he decided that he was going to attack the Battlefield fanbase, said, and I quote, "The games simply are not as popular as they once were," which at the time was pretty much true. The games weren't as popular as they were when they first came out, and they definitely could have done something to try and advertise the games, but I guess they had given up on that. And so on July the 14th, 2015, Battlefield Heroes and Battlefield Play4Free and any other free-to-play game under that EA banner was pretty much discontinued, servers shut down, and that was the end of that, or so we thought. If there's one thing that you can count on, it's a die-hard fan base, and if that die-hard fan base wants a game that has died, especially a multiplayer game that has died, to be revived, they will stop at nothing to get it revived. We've seen this time and time again with a variety of different games, and well, with the Battlefield franchise, a number of Battlefield games have been revived over the years. Some of those projects have been shut down by EA before, for example the Revive launcher, which essentially attempted to revive Battlefield 2, Battlefield 2142, Battlefield Heroes. Well, they basically got the cease and desist and essentially, well, stopped doing what they were doing, but there are a number of people who carried on that work. Battlefield 2 is still playable multiplayer wise today. Battlefield Heroes has been successfully revived by a variety of different groups and is playable. You can actually, create an account with these communities and actually play Battlefield Heroes, but there's one Battlefield game that has yet to be revived, and that is Battlefield Play4Free. In fact, a lot of people have been struggling to revive Battlefield Play4Free for a number of years, mainly because they have inexperienced people who are working on trying to get these games up and running, and they've just ran into problem after problem and not been able to get over those hurdles. Take, for example, Project Fury. Project Fury was originally about reviving Battlefield Play4Free, but then they ran into a bit of trouble and then realized that they couldn't revive Battlefield Play4Free. So what did they decide to do? Well, they're going to try and remake Battlefield Play4Free. Essentially, they're going to make their own version of Battlefield Play4Free. It's going to be a free-to-play FPS game, and it's going to be like Battlefield Play4Free, which I'm going to be covering at some point when I get some more information about the game and actually do a bit more research myself. So expect a video on that at some point, but they're definitely making a game which I will be playing in the future. But what about reviving Battlefield Play4Free? Well, while they gave up on reviving Battlefield Play4Free, that doesn't mean other communities have done the same. In fact, there are two communities right now, two groups of people who are trying to revive Battlefield Play4Free. They have successfully managed to get a load of things working. One community has done it better than the other, but they both have a semi-working Battlefield Play4Free, and we're going to be taking a look at both of those communities and breaking down what to expect from each version of Battlefield Play4Free from that specific community. Okay, so the two communities we have, one on the left, which is the Phoenix Network, and one on the right, which is the Reborn4Revive Network. The Phoenix Network actually have experience reviving other games. As you can see on the left from their footage for the UI, they actually have the original UI working. They've managed to get it working, which not a lot of people had running, and essentially they've got everything working. It looks alright. There's no gun customization shown off, there's no friends that's shown off. In case you're wondering how you log into the game, they have their own launcher called the Phoenix Launcher, where you can download Battlefield Heroes, Battlefield 2, and eventually Battlefield Play4Free. So you log into that launcher, download Battlefield Play4Free, then you launch the game, and then it will launch it like it you see sort of in this footage. But yeah, most of the stuff works, and I guess they're gonna have the gun customization working at some point. I mean, it is just UI that you change in order to tell the game what you're going to have as part of your loadout when you basically join a server, and seeing as you can choose what guns you want to have when you go into the server, it doesn't seem like it's going to be hard for them to implement. Looking at Reborn4Revive, they've managed to get a login box and managed to sort of make something that works, but it's very ghetto. It's all taped together with duct tape. It's something that doesn't look aesthetically pleasing, isn't like the original menu. It's something that they're trying to get so it works, but hopefully eventually they can sort of make it so it looks like Battlefield Play4Free, but right now it's nothing like Battlefield Play4Free. If you want that experience that is true to what the Battlefield Play4Free was when EA was publishing it as one of their live services, then you want to be playing on the Phoenix Network, because they seem to have everything working as of right now. Both communities actually have a fully functioning version of Battlefield Play4Free. They work at a gameplay level. It's Battlefield Play4Free, but from my personal opinion, Phoenix Network has the better Revive project, because they actually have the original launcher working as intended when EA was actually running Battlefield Play4Free as a live service. As for Reborn4Revive, their launcher is pretty much very bare bones alpha, and it's something that they're putting together that seems to be something they're trying to get to work but doesn't work, and for some reason they haven't been able to get the original launcher to work, so that's kind of unfortunate. Personally, I'm going to be playing on the Phoenix Network because of the actual launcher, because it looks like Battlefield Play4Free. It's kind of like if I was to play Battlefield Heroes without using the Battlefield Heroes launcher. It's not Battlefield Heroes. So it's interesting to see what these communities are actually going to do in the future for Battlefield Play4Free. Now, it seems that Reborn4Revive are actually going to be doing their first round of testing as early as November the 1st, 2018. They've got a little program where you can put your name in, your Discord name, and it will pick out 30 people at random, and those 30 people get to test the Battlefield Play4Free that they are working on their alpha version. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works for them, but it looks like Phoenix Network has the fully fledged Battlefield Play4Free that looks like they know what they're doing and they understand how to revive games. So that's something that I'm interested in keeping an eye on. I'm hoping that they're going to be doing some testing very soon, because they seem to have got some things ready on the back end side of things ready for Battlefield Play4Free. So it's going to be some exciting times ahead, and Battlefield Play4Free is surely coming back by the end of 2018, hopefully fully back by 2019. So that's something that I'm excited for. If you'd like to check out some of these videos in their entirety, they are linked in the description below. You can check out the Phoenix Network and Reborn for Revive. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did in fact enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Unfortunately, if you didn't enjoy this video, there's always a dislike button, and if you'd like to see more content like this or more content by me, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you in my next video.